And then all of a sudden, he's asking that I come on top of him. And as soon as I'm on top of him, he's on top of me. It was just like a split of a second thing. He's on top of me, and already he's penetrating me. It was just a quick process, but painful one. But for me, it seemed as though it was not ending, and that happened. And in the bathroom, when he was done in the bathroom, there was already water inside. I don't know, maybe it was when I was watching TV that he went and got water into the bathtub, and he put me into that water, and he washed me thoroughly. He washed me, and probably that washing took about an hour, because now when I realize he was trying to get rid of the evidence in case anything happened. And I remember the following day, I think it was a Saturday, and I obviously I was gonna go play with my friends, but he was like, "No, you're not allowed to go and play today." And I could also feel my body wasn't allowing me to go and play. So that day, he spent nursing me of my pain and all of that. So that was the first experience. He raped me, and fortunately, I fell pregnant. I had started my period, and I remember the previous year when I started my period, I went to an adult to tell them that I'm pregnant. I started my period, and they just warned me to stay away from boys. Most they didn't really like sit you down and tell you that when you start your periods, this is what happens and whatnot. So they just told me to stay away from boys. And I remember there was a story that we were read about an uncle touching their niece. And in my head, I thought, oh, the uncle is wrong. It's supposed to be a dad who does that, to their daughters, not uncles. And I did, when I went to visit him, I did tell him that, listen, I heard something like this, and I think you are doing the same thing. And then that's when the threatening started.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's videos, I want to give a content warning upfront. We'll be discussing a very distressing and sensitive topic about a woman who survived years of abuse at the hands of her own father. If this is too much for you to hear right now, it's completely okay to step away. Your mental health comes first. So I recently came across a story of a woman who went through 7 years of unimaginable trauma on TikTok. Her father, someone who was supposed to protect and love her, instead subjected her to horrified abuse. This story is heartbreaking and disturbing, but it's also a powerful reminder of the resilience of survivors. Without going into graphic details, the abuse began when she was young and continued until she was able to escape. This is a kind of trauma that leaves deep scars, and the fact that she's speaking out now is incredibly courageous. It's hard to even begin to understand the pain she went through. Just hearing about it makes me feel a mix of emotions, anger, sadness, and a deep sense of injustice. But it's also a reminder of how important it is to talk about these issues openly. Another thing is, we often think of abuses as something that happens elsewhere, but the reality is that it can happen in any family, regardless of how they might appear at the outside. That's why it's so important to stay aware and speak up if you suspect something is wrong. The bravery of this woman in sharing her story cannot be overstated. I want to take a moment to focus on the positive, the strength it takes to survive something like this, and then to come forward and share it with the world. This story should inspire us to support survivors, to listen to them, and to advocate for change in how society deals with abuse. For anyone watching who has gone through something similar, I want you to know that there is help out there. You are not alone, and there are people and organizations ready to support you. I have some resources in the description for those who need them. Okay. Another thing is, you know how it is. when you're young, you can't speak for yourself. Like, I'm going to share another story which really happened, and it was so heartbreaking. Um, so I had a friend actually. So it happened in my friend's area. So she came just to tell me. So she used to stay in an area where the houses they are close to each other. So there was this woman who used to do business. Like she used to go and get fish. So when she go buy fish, she go there for a week and come back because it was out of town. Like because you have to go to the river, you get the fish and come back to the home. So she used to leave her child with the father. So yeah, so they used to live in one bedroom apartment, of course. So the baby used to sleep in the sitting room. That was her bedroom too. Okay, so when her mother is out, this man used to take advantage of this young baby. She was like a 9, so yeah. So one day my friend observed, like when the mother goes and this child, one day the child was coming out from the house. So she looked the way the baby was walking, like she was walking, her legs open, like something is really paining. So she had to call her and ask her, what's happening? What's wrong with you? Why are you walking like that? Then she was like, oh no, I'm fine. Tell me the truth. What's going on? So like when you're big, you sense like what's really going on with this baby, because every time I see her, she walks not correct. That's how she went to tell her mom. Her mom told her maybe this man can be taking advantage of this or this little girl. So my friend was like, I'm going to tell the dad to I'll be getting her when it's time to sleep. She should be sleeping in my house because of course I have 2 beds in my room. So that's how we went to approach the dad. Oh, I want this baby to be sleeping with me because the mother is not around. So I think you have a lot of stress with her. Now the dad was, no, she's okay. She can sleep here. And then her, she was like, no, I want her to be sleeping because I feel afraid sleeping alone in the night. That's how the baby started sleeping with her. So one day this man comes with a ribbon and start calling the daughter. And then the daughter went there and she was like, I've bought you a ribbon. Come, you get it. They went in the house and again, this man took advantage of this baby. Okay. So this was really going on for almost 4 years. And later this baby was pregnant and they just discovered that this pregnancy was this for this man. And the baby which the baby is having, like this girl was having, was exactly like her father. So like these things happen even in families. Just that family just don't come open and talk about it. Even your own father can take advantage of you, and that's so heartbreaking. Someone who's supposed to protect you from these things is the one who's taking advantages of you. So if you've gone through this, I know you're not alone. Okay, I'm sending you hugs. I'm sending you hugs. Okay, you're very strong. You're the strongest. Okay, so I just want to say you have to really take care of yourself. If you see anything which is not okay, kindly report. Or maybe if you have little girls, please take care of them. Be checking on them. Be checking on your children. Okay, even if you work, make time for your kids. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.